Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Crash, Ramadan crash. Okay, starting that one, it also has passed few days. Today the fourth class. Altogether you have 12 sessions. So today the fourth day. We have already completed the digestive system. I don't think that within this limit entirely unit number 6 will be completed, but the greater portion, more than 50%, will be covered in it. When more than 50% gets covered, so the rest portion we can easily cover in the usual classes. Then the heaviness of the coverage will be decreased. So these are the expectations of this crash. Okay, fine. So in this lesson, today onwards, we are going to speak about respiratory system. Respiratory system is our second session, part 2. So in the respiratory system, you need to study 3 basic components according to the syllabus, right? You all know that one. What's the purpose of a respiratory system? The purpose of a respiratory system is getting oxygen needed for cellular respiration and releasing carbon dioxide made during the cellular respiration. One side we are getting oxygen, other side we are releasing carbon dioxide. What goes in is oxygen, what comes out is carbon dioxide. So your syllabus discusses this respiratory system under 3 headings. Your syllabus discusses the respiratory system under 3 headings. One, it says gas exchange between external environment and lungs. Second heading, gas exchange in alveoli. Third heading, cellular respiration. We have to study these 3 processes under the respiration lesson. Gas exchange between external environment and lungs mean we are breathing in. This movement. Actually, it is happening due to pressure differences. When you breathe in, air goes inside, mean inside pressure is low, outside pressure is high. On the other hand, when you breathe out, inside pressure is high, outside pressure is low. Outside pressure is the atmospheric pressure. That atmospheric pressure cannot either increase or decrease. So, the only pressure we change is the pressure inside our lungs. If you decrease the pressure less than the lungs, air from outside comes in. If you increase the pressure more than the atmospheric pressure, pressure inside the lungs come out. Are you clear? So the air is flowing. The air is flowing into the lungs, out of the lungs due to pressure differences that you have to understand. Okay. In the human respiratory system, these components are there. You take your highlighter. Let us highlight the parts of the human respiratory system. Okay. One, the nose. Second, pharynx, then larynx, then trachea, then bronchus, then bronchioles, okay, then alveoli. Right? So what is the root now for side? Okay. Have you highlighted the components? Have you highlighted the components? Right. Now very simple. See here, from outside, air comes into the nose. Through the nose, it goes into the pharynx. From the pharynx, it goes into the larynx. From the larynx, it travels through the trachea. In this place, there are two tubes, air divides, bronchus. From the bronchus, it goes into bronchioles. This is the largely shown bronchiole. From the bronchiole, it is going into the alveoli. Through this hole, the air gets into the alveoli. Are you clear? Bronchioles are small, my children. In the left side picture showing bronchiole is hard. So in the right side picture shows you little more largely to make you understand bronchiole, and bronchioles are ending on the alveoli. Take a red pen and mark these arrows as I have shown. Take a red pen and mark the arrows as I have shown here. Put me a done mark after marking the arrows. Okay, hope all of you have completed it. Hope all of you have completed it. So if you have completed it, we can come to this one. You have to mark the passage of the air. You have to start it from the atmosphere. From atmosphere, it is coming to the nose. Okay, put an arrow. Now nose to pharynx, pharynx to larynx, larynx to trachea, trachea to bronchus, bronchus to bronchioles, bronchioles to alveoli. Can you mark it down, the full path? Can you mark down the full path? Do will you? Do will you? Put me a done mark for completing it. Okay. Now, in your syllabus, there is a small idea regarding our nasal cavity. Our nasal cavity, that is the nose, the cavity inside, it is useful in three things. It is moisturizing or humidifying the inhaling air. The air that enters our nose becomes moist due to the mucus inside the nasal cavity. Second, the air that enters the nose becomes warmer. It is getting warmed. Okay, it's becoming warmer in the nasal cavity. Third, the waste materials, dust-like things, microorganism-like components are filtered in the nasal cavity. So one thing, the air is becoming moist. Second thing, the air is becoming warm. Third thing, waste materials are removed. Are you clear? Are you clear? Good, good, good. Fine. Now, in this process, we are speaking how breathing happens. Inspiration and expiration mean it is explaining you the breathing mechanism. Inspiration, expiration mean it is explaining you the, what's it? Breathing mechanism. Understood? Mark it down as the breathing mechanism. Okay. In the breathing mechanism, my children, there are two portions. One, it is inspiration. The left side picture describes the inspiration. The right side picture describes the expiration. So two mechanisms there. One, it is inspiration mechanism. Other one is expiration mechanism. In inspiration mechanism, air is moving from atmosphere into the lungs. In expiration mechanism, air is moving from the lungs to the atmosphere. the other side. In inspiration, air is moving from atmosphere into the lungs. In opposite, in expiration, air is moving from lungs to atmosphere. Hope you understood it. Here, to make the air move from atmosphere to lungs, inside the lungs, pressure should be decreased. What should happen? What should happen? If air wants to move from atmosphere to lungs, in the lungs, pressure should be decreased. To decrease this pressure, volume of lungs should be increased. Understood? If the pressure wants to decrease, what should happen to the lungs volume? What should happen to the lungs volume? It should increase. Here, many changes occur to make this lung volume increase. Many changes occur to make this lung volume to increase. One it is the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle in the bottom of our chest. It contracts. What does diaphragm do? Diaphragm contracts. When it contracts, it is moving downwards. Diaphragm contracts. When diaphragm contracts, it is moving downwards. It is becoming low in the curvature. The curve is decreasing. Okay. So, during inspiration, what does diaphragm do? Contracts or relaxes. During inspiration, diaphragm contracts. Because it contracts, in what direction it is moving? It is moving downwards. What is happening to its curvature? What is happening to its curvature? Its curvature decrease. Now see, here it is more curved, correct? If you look at the left side picture, it is less curved. So curvature decreases. Next it is the muscles in the ribs. The muscles in the ribs, they also contract. And those rib muscles are called by the name intercostal muscles. What is the name given? What is the name given? Intercostal muscles. Here we are using a simple word called rib muscles. They are also contracting. Their contraction makes the chest to move upward, okay, and forward, upward and forward. Due to this movement, the volume of the lungs increases in width as well in the height. Understood? Height-wise also, the volume is increasing. Breadth-wise also, the volume is increasing. Anyway, the volume is increasing. If the volume increases, what will happen to the pressure? If the volume increases, what will happen to the pressure? Pressure will decrease. So, from the atmosphere, air will go and fill in the lungs. Right? So, look at your note. Your note is describing it in simple manner. Intercostal muscles are contracting. Because intercostal muscles are contracting, ribs are moving upwards, sternum is moving forward. Sternum is this bone. This bone is sternum. Sternum is moving upwards. Okay? Diaphragm contracts. Curvature of the diaphragm decreases. By all these means, ribs moving upward, sternum moving forward, curvature of diaphragm decreases. All these ones are increasing the volume of the thoracic cavity. Because volume of the thoracic cavity increases, volume of the lungs also increases. Because volume of the lungs increases, pressure in the lungs decreases less than atmospheric air. As a result, atmospheric air enters the lungs. Are you clear? Are you clear? Good. My children, the other event is straight opposite to this. Contract, opposite, relax. Contract, opposite, relax. In the expiration, this is our sternum. Ingana vara bone tan sternum. Ingana vara bone irukku. Idan sternum. Bodharku heart operation பண்றண்டால் இதுல தான் வெட்டுவோம். இத வெட்டி தான் ஓபன் பண்ணுவோம். இங்கன இருக்கிற போன் தான் sternum. இந்த sternum செய்யும் போது முன்னுக்கு வரும். முன்னுக்கு வரும். Okay? Right. Fine. So, you children are going to write it in opposite. Intercostal muscles contract opposite. Contracts opposite word. What is the opposite word of contract? Relax. So, intercostal muscles relax. Ribs are moving. If they relax, ribs are moving upward, downwards. Sternum moves backward. Diaphragm, fourth point, relaxes. Curvature of diaphragm, curvature of diaphragm increases. Volume of thoracic cavity decreases. Volume of lungs decreases. Pressure in the lungs increases more than, not less than, opposite, more than atmospheric air. So, air in the lungs enters the atmosphere. Air in the lungs enters the atmosphere. Are you clear? Can you write it here? I have left only lines to complete. Okay, write it down and put me a done mark. உங்களுக்கு திச்சி வச்ச துணி கெட்டு போனதான் Okay. Now coming to the heading, that is, you see in the first three, now gas exchange between external environment and lungs, and that portion is over. Now we want to discuss about the gas exchange in alveoli. We want to discuss about the gas exchange in alveoli. So here you are given a diagram to show an alveoli. Using this, we are going for a complete discussion. Here, there are several ideas to understand. That's what I'm going to work out here. Very first thing it is, this is a blood capillary. It is a blood capillary surrounding the alveoli. Mark it down. It as a blood capillary. Actually, this portion is the alveoli. It is the alveoli. It is the alveolus. So let's mark this one as the alveolus. Alveolus is a singular word. Alveoli is a plural word. Understood? When you are showing one, we have to call it alveolus. When you are marking many, you have to call it alveoli. Okay? So, can you understand? Alveolus is surrounded by blood capillaries. Can you understand? Alveolus is surrounded by blood capillaries. Okay? Being surrounded by blood capillaries, we call it vascularized. If it is surrounded by blood capillaries, we call it by the name vascularized. Vascularized means surrounded by blood capillaries. Okay. Have you marked it? Vascularized. My children, here it enters deoxygenated blood into the capillaries surrounding the alveolus. What type of blood is coming? Deoxygenated blood is coming. It is shown in blue color to point deoxygenated. When the blood leaves the alveoli, it turns to what kind of blood? Oxygenated blood shown in red color. Understood? The blood that enters is deoxygenated blood. The blood that leaves is oxygenated blood. Clear? Right. So, in between, there are these changes occurring from the alveolus to blood. Oxygen diffuses from the blood to alveolus to materials diffuses. What is the material? Remember, this is air. This is alveolus containing air. Okay. The oxygen in that air goes into the blood. The carbon dioxide and water vapor return to the air, go to the air. This is the gas exchange process. Okay, from air to blood, air to blood. Who diffuses? Who diffuses? Oxygen. Oxygen diffuses from air to blood, blood to air. Who diffuses? Primarily carbon dioxide. Primarily carbon dioxide. In addition, water vapor. Mark these details, then we will move to the next. Okay. And now, certain details regarding alveolus. Alveolus, you know that one, it is surrounded by blood capillaries. The actual surrounding will be like this. Okay, it looks like a net of blood vessels covering around the alveolus. A network of blood capillaries surrounding the alveolus. I told you, having blood capillaries around is called vascularized. So it is vascularized. Okay. In addition to vascularization, okay, alveolar wall is very thin. Alveolar surface is moist, and large number of alveoli are present in the lungs. Okay, large number of alveoli. Right? Large number mean okay, nearly okay 500 million, nearly 500 million alveoli are there. That much alveoli sacs are there, making a bigger surface area, huge surface area. Okay. It's a bigger surface area, nearly 75 square meters surface area, okay, due to this large number of alveoli. Okay, 75 square meters is nearly equal to the size of a tennis court. You know tennis court, right? Right. So those are the details. And these qualities are not only present in the alveoli. If you take the gills of a fish, it is also surrounded by blood capillaries. Its walls are also thin. Its surface is also moist. So it's not only for alveoli, any respiratory surface will have it. In animals, there are different respiratory surfaces there. For example, earthworm uses body wall. Okay, earthworm uses body wall as its respiratory surface. That body wall, okay, is surrounded by blood capillaries, thin, moist, large surface area, all the things are there. Okay, gills are used by fishes. They also have blood surrounded by blood capillaries, a thin wall, moist surface, and a bigger surface area. Okay, in spider, there is the structure called book lungs that also has surrounded by blood capillaries, thin wall, moist wall, large surface area. Like this, whatever the respiratory surface it is, there are many other respiratory surfaces. Okay, so in all these respiratory surfaces, the common qualities can be seen. Are you clear? Are you clear? Good. So you don't need to mark this detail. That's not expected from you. If you understood it, that is enough. Next it is, that means out of the 2 headings, 3 headings. Now how many headings are over? 2 headings are over. Now we have to speak about the 3rd heading, cellular respiration. Okay, it is the main metabolical process that happens in our body. It's an oxidation process. In the respiration, my children, there are 2 types of respiration. One we call aerobic respiration, other one we call anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration happens with the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic respiration happens without the presence of oxygen. Understood? Understood? Right. So, certain important points to you, right? இன்னைக்கு உலகத்துல கொரோனா அலை 3, the third wave of corona அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கான்செப்ட இப்ப கொண்டு வந்திருக்காங்க. பிரேசில் நாடு கம்ப்ளீட்டா லாக்டவுன் பண்ணப்பட்டிருக்கு. சவுதி அரேபியாக்குரிய பிளேன் சர்வீஸ் எல்லாம் கம்ப்ளீட்லி ஸ்டாப் ஆகி இருக்கு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செகண்ட் வேவ்ஸை விட இந்த தேர்ட் வேவ் வந்து ரொம்ப உயிர் இழப்புகளை ஏற்படுத்தும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. அதே நேரம் வேக்சின் எடுத்துக்கொள்ற சில பேருக்கு பாதிப்புகள் வரதாகவும் சொல்றாங்க. சோ உங்களோட பாதுகாப்பு விஷயங்களில் கொஞ்சம் கவனம் எடுத்துக்கொள்ளணும், மாஸ்க் போட்டுக்கொள்ளணும், எதிலையும் அலட்சியமாக இருக்க வேணாம். அலட்சியமாக இருக்கிறது இந்த சவுத் ஏசியன்ஸுக்கு ரொம்ப ஒரு பொதுவான இயல்பு. எதிலையும் அலட்சியமாக இருக்கிறது, எதையுமே கணக்கெடுக்காம இருக்கிறது, வந்த பிறகு ஓண்டு உட்கார்ந்து ஒப்பாரி வைக்கிறது இந்த சவுத் ஏசியன்ஸ் கேரக்டர். ஸோ இந்த எரினாவை கூட நான் வந்து நிறைய பேர் லைவ் கிளாஸஸ் அப்படின்னு எல்லாம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி வரும்போதும் இந்த எரினாவை நான் வந்து க்ளோஸ் பண்ண இல்லை. க்ளோஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. அந்த அளவுக்கு இந்த எரினா வந்து டிபெண்டன்சியை கொண்டு வந்துருச்சு, அதாவது ஆன்லைன் அப்படிங்கிறது. ஸோ நான் நினைக்க இல்லை, அதாவது இந்த பிரச்சனைகள் லேசாக தீரும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. ரைட்? ஸோ டுடே உங்களுக்கு ஏடிசி பிள்ளைகளுக்கு இன்னைக்கு கிளாஸ் இருக்கு. உங்களுக்கு 3:30 கிளாஸ் தொடங்கும், சொல்லி அனுப்பிடுறேன். 3:30 கிளாஸ் தொடங்கும். 5:15 கிளாஸ் முடிஞ்சிடும். 5:15 கிளாஸ் முடிஞ்சிடும். ஓகே, ஒரு 15 மினிட்ஸுக்கு முன்னாடி கிளாஸ் முடிச்சிடுவேன். 5:15 கிளாஸ் முடிஞ்சிடும். நோன்பு முடியும் வரை 5:15 கிளாஸை முடிச்சு கொள்வோம். சரியா 3:30 தொடங்கும். ஓகே, அந்த விஷயத்தையும் உங்களுக்கு நான் பதிவு பண்ணி கொள்றேன். இன்ஷா அல்லாஹ் இது உங்களுக்காக செய்யப்படுற ஒரு ப்ராசஸ். இதுல வந்து கஷ்டங்கள் சில பேருக்கு, ஸ்கூல் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சில கஷ்டங்கள், சில ஸ்கூல்ஸ் கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல்ஸா இருந்தால் இல்லை பெருசா, பிரைவேட் ஸ்கூல் சிலதுகள் நடத்துறாங்க. நாங்க அவங்களையும் குறை சொல்ல முடியாது. என்றால்